everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've been doing this. I needed a little mental break, and besides, it's a free channel anyway, so it's not like I'm making any money from these videos, but I do love you guys, so remember, subscribe. But this particular request, I don't even know who this lady is, so this would definitely be coming from a neutral standpoint and very fresh, no bias or anything of the nature. Like, I didn't know any of the Korean K-pop people, BTS. I didn't know any of those people. Didn't know their sexual preferences or anything. So if I didn't get their sexual preferences correct, which means they're probably bisexual and their sexual preference is not a big deal, or that wasn't the part of the reading that needed to come forth when I start to tune in into their psyche. So sometimes happens. Okay, I only vocalize what comes forth through the deck and what comes forth through my mind and my instincts. Okay, and my vision and me channeling, which is draining. I don't know how tarot readers can get on here and do multiple readings a day. I don't know how they can do the pick a card, because everyone is the individual and everyone doesn't have the same reading. And it's draining, especially if you're really channeling. But if you just say practice tarot reader, you can do a million of them, because you're just using the tarot cards to speak your vision, and then you just embellish from what the cards that you get. You don't really tune in, and that's not energy draining at all, because you just a practicing tarot reader, or you just a intelligent tarot reader where you know all the tarot decks and meanings. Like an academic, you got a degree in it, but you're not necessarily gifted. If I'm making any sense here. So, and I'm gifted. I do. And I've been doing this for a long time, done predictions before I actually had a channel. So I'm moving right along here. Okay, so this particular reading is about Blackpink Jennie. Blackpink Jennie. She's a South Korean singer. I don't even know who she is, but that's what she is. And I'm assuming Blackpink consists of 4 members. It's in here. Shiso, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa. It says here the band debuted on August 8th, 2016 under YG Entertainment. And it says on October 23rd, 2018, Blackpink officially became a group, or I'm not even sure. So we're just going to go from that. We're going to talk about Blackpink here, because I was asked to do a reading about her. So let's see what the cards can tell us and see what my vision can tell us. I meditated before this, so let's get started. Cleanse stacks, purify these stacks, cleanse these stacks from negativity, evil, from lies. Calling me forth the truth, calling me forth the truth, about Blackpink Jennie. I always keep the tarot card. I always keep the incense still burning as I'm doing the readings to keep the atmosphere clean. Alright, let's see what the tarot cards say about this Jennie person. Alright, judging from what I'm seeing here, Jennie is a Capricorn. Alright, Capricorns are very practical. They're very ambitious. They're very ambitious people. Disciplined, which means they have a very strategic and organized and disciplined way they do things. They follow some kind of routine. They're very funny. They can be very reserved. A lot of Capricorns are leaders. They can't help it. You know? They take everything very seriously. If you know any Capricorns, they're like very serious. Very serious. And they're patient. Very careful. They got to analyze something very carefully before they make a decision. Everything got to be very analyzed, very careful, planned out, researched before they say, okay, let's do this. They can be very patient. Very patient. Which is why when I'm getting to negativity now, which is why when something goes disarray or something goes wrong or anything of the nature, it's really disappointing for them. And that's why they become pessimistic, because They want everything so perfect, and they are patient, but their patience can run out, and that's not a good thing. They can be very, when they do get into a bad mood, they can hold grudges. Capricorns are some grudge holding people because they put so much time and energy into you or a project, and if it's so disappointing, they can just hold a grudge. Because they're like, oh look, I put all this time and patience in you. I mean, this is disappointing. I mean, they invest in stuff. Although they care, because they carefully planned this out. Like, I carefully chosen you. I carefully did this. And you disappoint me. So I'm holding a grudge forever. It's going to take a while for me to get over you. Patience that was is how long I can hold a grudge. So Capricorns are amazing. All the zodiac signs are amazing. Okay, so Jennie, being a Capricorn, she seemed to be a very gorgeous young lady. Let's see, guys and goddesses, come forth. What can we say about Jennie? Girl, you spiritual. What can we say? What can we say? Okay, this card wanted to come out. Okay. This card wants to pop out. I got thrown out. This card wants to pop out. Okay, we're going to keep it at 4 cards. We're not going to go crazy. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the first cards that came out. Can you see that? Alrighty, it says the Queen of Swords. Alright, you know, the Queen of Swords, as you can see, she's sitting on her throne. She has her sword. She got her hand out. So, you know, the Queen of Swords is self-explanatory. It's a person who is very self-sufficient and just seriously honest. Remember I told you they can be very honest people, patient, things of that nature. And they are, so this is saying she's very honest. We already know this. This is confirming what we said already. So we got to figure out later on in the reading why this is relevant. Okay, so she's self-sufficient, she's honest. Okay, we get that. And then we have the 4, we got a lot of 4 swords here. So this is starting to say there's going to be a huge transition here. As you can see, the young lady is looking like she can't sleep. So we have the 4 of Swords. And 4 of Swords, you can see, is someone who is in solitude, needs some renewal, you know, retreated, some kind of recovery process here. You know, you see that? Like she's resting, she needs some renewal, she needs some rest. So what I'm getting here is maybe this Jennie mind is probably retreating right now. She's resting, recovering, or something like that. And then we have 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands, you see, like she's planning something. She has her cell phone. She's sitting on her balcony. So we have 2 of Wands here. And 2 of Wands, like someone's waiting for something, you know, trying to book some travel plans. So this may have something to do with this part right here where she needs some retreat, renewal. I don't know if she's been working really hard lately and she's looking for some kind of break. So it looks like she definitely is going to get that. So this Jennie person is probably going to do some retreat. She'll probably take a break from singing or whatever it is that she does. Okay, and then we have the 7 of Cups, and this self-explanatory what this 7 of Cups is choices, you know, options. So we have the 7 of Cups, and this represents choices, commitment issues. So you have choices here. You have the hand, you see that, and you have rose, heart, blah, 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 snake, blah, blah, storms. This is choices. So she's considering her options right now, whether it's retreating or she's going to, you know, take a break from retreating. She's going to take a break from her singing or whatever she does for a living. I don't know if she's still singing. I have no idea who this young lady is. But look like she's been working very, very hard and she's looking for a vacation or break. So she's definitely in the planning process of a vacation and a break. So let's see what else we can find. Let's check out these cards. You know, my famous Kipper cards. I love these cards. Let's see what it says. Alright, that card wants to come out. that card want to pop out? Oop. This card practically popped out. Oop. This is the one to shuffle. That came out. That came out. Okay, so we're gonna stop here. I don't want this to be a long, dragged out card reading here. Okay, so we have the child card. The child card pretty much signifies someone who is either childlike, but this child is very privileged. You see, very child. You see, she has her canopy bed, she has her doll. So this is a very privileged child here. So it's definitely some kind of remembrance or reminiscing of a childlike factor in her life right now. She probably looking upon her childhood, or she may have grown up very privileged. Maybe we'll find out later on in readings. It depends on the surrounding cards. So we have a mature woman here. So I'm getting a mature woman when it comes to Jennie. She may be a very mature woman, very, very dignified. She probably carries herself very classy, maybe artistic or something, but she gives you that mature woman, sexy woman vibe. Or this could be her childhood, considering the childhood card came pretty much with it. So it could signify a mature woman, could be in her childhood. There's poverty here. Poverty means when this card pops up, there's definitely going to be a change of finances in her life, which means some investments may go disarray or something like that. So this is not good. That's probably why she's looking for a break. We have a false person here, which means someone in her life is very deceiving. They're not being very honest. They're not honest at all. Or it could be she's not being honest with herself. She probably been living a lie and not being truthful to herself. I'm getting that she's trying to live in her truth right now. You know what I mean? And maybe the poverty probably her scare here. And then we have bad health, which means there's definitely going to be some health issues with someone in her circle, maybe her mother, her father. I'm assuming a mature woman probably has something to do with the health issues. I don't know if her mom is going to be sick or is sick. I'm not even sure, but I'm getting health issues. And I'm getting coughing. Coughing could be a death in her life, or it could be a huge transition, which means she's probably letting go of the old and, you know, retreating to the new things in her life. But judging from the surrounding cards here, she's reflecting on her childhood. There's a mature woman. I'm getting her mother maybe getting sick or something like that. And a huge transition could be a death, or it could just be a new transition in her life, because you got retreating, you got her discovering her options, you got her, she's very mature, you know. I'm getting that she's looking for a break, she's looking for a transition, looking for something new, you know, and she reflected on her past poverty. I don't know if she grew up privileged, or she's afraid of going into poverty with the decisions she make in the near future. She's probably afraid, okay, I have all of this, if I decide to do something else, if I decide to take a break, will I lose all my money? She's probably afraid of poverty, even though it looks like she grew up privileged, but it seems like she's afraid of poverty, you know, or something like that. That's what I'm getting here, but let's dive a little bit deeper in here. Let's see what these cards say. Shuffle, this is the Jade card. Alright, this card came out. Oh, these two cards came out. So we're just going to stop right there. So this is what these cards mean. Okay, so this particular card here, as you can see, so it's Seraphis Green Quartz. Seraphis Green Quartz. This means letting go, relinquishing, living your truth pretty much. Apparently she's been living a lie. I guess that's what the false person is. I thought it was someone in her group, even though I had a voice in my head driving me crazy saying it's her, but I didn't want to think negative about her. Sometimes I try to block out the negative thoughts that comes in these readings, and it'd be some really negative thoughts comes in these readings, you know. But if the negative thoughts are something that need to be said, then it needs to be said. So apparently she's living in a false person right now. So that's what that is. This is telling her to relinquish that, live in her truth. Sometimes her prayers that she's praying for, they come unanswered, and it's her fate for it to come unanswered. So that's pretty much what that means. So she's been praying for something to come true, and it's not meant for her to have that. And then you have this card here, which is the hematite. Okay. And the hematite is for her to take care of her body and her soul, and to nourish herself. So apparently she has not. So I'm assuming the sick thing, I thought it was her mom, but apparently the sick thing is going to be her. The bad health card that we got. So this bad health card that we see right here is her. She's going to get sick. So it's telling her to take care of her body and soul. Apparently she has not been doing it. A childhood and mature woman, could be her mom. Her mom may be coming in and take care of her, because that is her baby, that is her child, and she seems to have a nice little upbringing I'm seeing here. So that's what I'm getting here. So it looked like her transition or retreat is because she's getting sick. She'll probably be sick. I don't know what her condition may be, but she may be sick, and it's saying that she needs to retreat, she needs to relax, she needs to just chill out or something, because her health is definitely going to fade. And then we have the Jade card here, as you can see, which is telling her to be strong and dig in her truth and her strength. So you can definitely get through this illness. You can definitely get through this transition. She can definitely do this, because she seemed to be afraid and scared. So this retreat is because she's been ignoring her body, and these options, because options, should she take a break and take care of her body, or should she just keep working? So that's what I'm seeing here for this Jennie person from this Blackpink group, or whatever this group may be. Apparently she may end up holding back for a while. I'm not sure if she is already, but I'm seeing that she's going to have some kind of health scare. I'm not sure if I'm getting bulimia, eating disorder, or something along those lines. And her mom's going to come back into her life. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm getting she reflecting about her childhood. She's looking upon memories. She's living in a false person right now, which means she's not being herself. That's why I'm telling her to live in her truth, because she's not. So she's probably been hiding this illness for a while now. And the options, she's going to have options, whether she want to retreat, held back, and think about her health, her mental health, her body, all that. She's thinking about doing that as well. So you're going to definitely be seeing that. I'm saying she's a very sufficient, very leader. She's very upfront about a lot of things, very honest to a certain extent. But she has been hiding this about herself, her health. Let me know below. I don't know who she is. And that's all I have for this Jennie person. Good luck to her. I wish her well. And if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to leave it below. And thanks for watching throughout the duration of this video.